Hello, my name is Simona, and my objective is to introduce you how mobile phones affect business. First of all, I will try to introduce you with mobile phone history and some interesting facts. Secondly, I will try to identify advantages and disadvantages of mobile phone in business. And finally, I will make one step forward to look at mobile phone future. The first question would be, how did we get from this to this in just 20 years? The answer is very simple, the human desire to communicate across the time and space. Well, back then, mobile phones really didn't look much like phones we have nowadays. Cellular mobile phones are often regarded as a fairly recent innovation. However, they have been freely available in UK for over 20 years. In the first generation, the first type of mobile phone was large and heavy and a similar size to a large briefcase. With the launch in the second generation, consumer popularity rose steadily. Mobile phones became smaller and easier to handle. Network coverage improved greatly and it became more reliable. At the third generation, the huge increase in demand for mobile phones made inventors look ahead for new communication technology. Nowadays, mobile manufacturing companies are making devices that are more effective so that the users and buyers can get a mobile phone on their own choice, creating super devices that will surely live up to everybody's expectations. Now, those who find history boring, here are some interesting and useful facts. Mobile phones were launched in 1984, and the market has been booming ever since. In 20 years, they have spread like wildfire. By December 2008, there were 3.7 billion mobile phone subscribers worldwide, more than half of world population of 6.3 billion. According to the GSM Association, the number of mobile phone subscribers will exceed to 4 billion in 2010. This graph perfectly presents these figures. So, mobile phones in business. Advantages. No matter what time of business you run, it's almost certain that telephone communication plays a vital role in communication with consumers and business partners. The biggest advantage of having business mobile phone is that it becomes much easier to contact you. Instead of being told, "I'm sorry, Mr. Smith is away from the office," a colleague or consumer can be put straight to your phone. Being available by mobile phone allows employees to contact you. In the even critical situation, it can be communicated to you and decisions can make without you being in office. If your staff are given mobile phone as a part of their work, then they become steadily more accessible. This is particularly so for employers that travel to consumers, different departments or offices, and will not always be available from the normal location. Mobile phones can allow full network employees or offices to communicate with each other. Effective use of mobile phones can help improve both employer and employee on employers communication. Mobile phones are now so uncommon that many people expect you to have one. This is much more so for business-to-business dealings. A customer will not normally expect to be able to communicate personally on a mobile phone with employee. However, a manager facing or supplying business will usually want to be able to keep in contact with a senior employee at all the times. Therefore, it's becoming a fashion concern. A mobile phone allows you to confirm and check details quickly. If you went to an important meeting and forgot a piece of information, then usually you would be stuck without it. However, one call or text message to an employee during the journey could allow you to get that information right up to the last minute without anybody else ever knowing. A mobile means you can also check on the office while you are away from it. With a mobile phone, employees can keep you up to date on the sales or projects, and you can manage and delegate at any time. Most new phones are able to work in a number of the countries. which means that even when you're abroad on the business trip, you can still be instantly accessible. However, the only problem with this is a huge cost. You are charged for incoming calls and as well for outgoing calls. A mobile phone gives you more time to communicate. An important conversation can take place anywhere, example on a train, which puts less restriction on a time. If you travel for 3 hours of every working day, then normally you would lose 3 hours of communication. A mobile phone allows you to get these hours back. This means you can get through the necessary phone calls quicker and can provide better response times to consumer or association inquiries. There is no need to go without email message on the move. It is now possible to be informed by phone call or text message of all new emails. Some packages also allow you access to all your emails via the VIP or GPS connections. Some network packages even allow you notification of access. This allows you to forward the message to the nearest fax number and receive it. For extra calls, the mobile phones can be used as a part of existing switchboard. This allows calls to be put straight through to you from the office switchboard or reception without the annoyance of dealing two numbers. When out on business matters, you may not have the time to answer all your calls. You can pay for someone else answer for you by using personal answer service. The biggest fear many employers have over using a mobile phone for business is that the cost will be so high as to damage their business. This is potential danger, particularly when employers are using business mobiles, as a risk that some employers could increase phone rising bills massively. Most importantly, choosing the right package with the right price and feature will make massive difference to the cost of your business mobile phone calls. One more disadvantage of being accessible from anywhere in the country is that people who try to sell you things and waste your time are also able to access you more easily. You could also find that people try to contact you outside of business hours, leaving you with too many unwanted calls. The future is hard to predict, but the desire for people to communicate and for business to cater that need ensures an imaginative and successful future for mobiles. According to the latest news, the last, fourth generation of mobile phones promises much more. There are already plans to transform phones into lifestyle tools for payments, ticketing, booking, and much more. One of the incredible futures, mobile banking. Mobile banking service started just in 2007 and is still new. However, a percentage of users rapidly growing. According to the study by financial consultancy Kellen, 35% of online banking households will be using mobile banking by 2010, up from less than 1% today. This new service will be useful for business. Mobile financial service will offer a wide range of services such as doing phone transfer while traveling, receiving online updates of stocking price, or even performing stock trading while being stuck in traffic.